and welcome to Cuppas and Cards. On today's episode, I'm going to show you what the basic toolkit should consist of. So if you're not sure what to get, or if you're just getting started into the world of mechanics and go-karts, this should give you a general idea. So let's go over to our tool tray and I'll show you what you'll need to get started.
We will need a standard and metric socket set, a ratchet and a couple extensions, a standard and metric set of wrenches. We will also need a pair of multiple slip joint pliers, adjustable locking jaw pliers, more commonly called vice grips, and a hammer. In this example, I am showing a claw hammer because I do not have a ball peen hammer. Either one will do just fine. When using a hammer, you should always wear eye protection, and when hammering metal, you should wear hearing protection as well. Some other things we may need are needle nose pliers, side cutting pliers, small and large adjustable wrenches, a set of both metric and standard Allen or hex head wrenches, and a screwdriver with an assortment of bits. This will eliminate the need for having a multitude of screwdrivers while you are getting started. You may also want to consider getting a combination wire stripper and crimping tool, a measuring tape, and something to mark on different materials with, such as a Sharpie or pencil. I would also suggest getting a wire brush. This tool is very useful in removing most surface rust. Another good tool to have is either an electric or battery operated drill and a set or index of drill bits. Most of these tools can be found at various locations such as pawn shops, or if you would like to buy them new, you can get them from places such as Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot, just to name a few.
Okay, so with all that tool business out of the way, let's go ahead and meet our first project. Let me introduce Big Red. Today we're going to be installing its Predator 212 engine. So to get the go-karts up a little bit higher, I like to use a pair of sawhorses like this one. That way we're not constantly kneeling on the ground. The go-karts that we're going to be working with are light enough that you can lift them up by yourself relatively easy. So make sure that you have something to block the rear tires so they don't slide out from underneath you or make the go-kart roll away. And we'll go ahead and get going with it. So, just like that, it's that simple, and I'll go ahead and get the other side done.
The tools and hardware needed for today is very minimal. All you will need is a 1/2-inch wrench, a ratchet with an extension, and a 1/2-inch socket. We aren't actually going to be using these right now, but we will in the very near future, and I will explain why in just a second. The hardware we will be using is 4 1 3/4 inch bolts, 8 plane washers, 4 lock washers, and 4 plane nuts. To help us get our install started, we are joined today by Bigelow's Green Tea. Now that we have everything we need, let's get going.
Okay, now we're ready to pick up our engine and put it on. We're going to use these 4 mounting locations as the places where we're going to put our bolts. Okay. Now we're going to install our bolts. The way you want to set this up is with one flat washer On the top, below the bolt head, a flat washer and a lock washer, followed by the nut. Drop it down in there. Now, I'm not actually going to tighten these down all the way because in our next episode we're going to be installing the centrifugal clutch and the chain and the throttle cable. When we install the clutch and the chain, we need to be able to move the engine back and forth to get the proper tension. Another reason not to tighten it down all the way at first is so you can adjust it if you go over too far. So as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot to get started. We've already got our cart, we've got our engine installed, and we now know what tools we should expect to be using over the course of our adventures together. Any toolkit that you can get a hold of that works for your price range is the best toolkit to get. There are many places that sell toolkits. You just have to look and see which one is right for you. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications on when the newest video comes out. Thanks, have a great day, and Happy New Year.